weather. It's been kind of gloomy here. So we're still working on getting you guys content. We got quite a bit. Gotcha. We're still what we're gonna do for Gamescom is I'm gonna still do the review videos, but we're gonna also give you guys game trailers. And like I said, for YouTube, you guys are scheduled out, so you may not see the view for like a good couple days. But if you're on Rumble, you'll see it pretty much once they launch. Pretty cool. We gave you the first one today, which was the Indiana Jones trailer. And I did want to talk about a few things today on this live stream. First of all, I want to talk about the whole exclusive thing, because no one actually... The people who come at me on a regular basis actually don't do their research. And I was at the fault. I do realize that, yes, it was announced during Gamescom that, Xbox, that Indiana Jones will be going to PlayStation 5 in the spring. But more than likely, that wasn't an Xbox decision. You realize that there's a third party involved, and they would have just as much say as Microsoft. And that is the one and only Disney. Yeah. People completely forgot about that third thing. Also, there's a fourth thing playing into a factor, because it may be that Microsoft's looking to acquire another development company or another game company, But, hey, I still don't have to pay a cent for it because it's going to be on Game Pass day one. I get to actually play it when it comes out in December. PlayStation has to wait a few months. And then on top of that, they have to pay $70 to play the game. So I still get, on Xbox, you still get the better deal for that game. And saying that Xbox doesn't have any exclusives this year is a bold out lie, because you're not doing your research. There's actually 2 games coming out this year that still haven't launched yet that are Xbox exclusives. We got Mythology coming out this year, and then you have Towerborn. Both these Xbox exclusives are coming this year. So you still have exclusive games. Plus, we already had exclusive games come out. Meaning, and here's the funny part. Has PlayStation launched any exclusives this year outside of like 1, 2, and then they've got nothing scheduled out for the next year, couple years? Means PlayStation gets a lot dry spell. On top of that, all that tells you is that PlayStation players, they want Xbox games. They don't want to admit that, but they want them. And I also want to mention, consoles aren't, exclusives are dying. The only exception is Nintendo. Even PlayStation isn't going to have exclusives much longer. PlayStation, they're now launching their games on both Nintendo they've been launched on PC for a little bit now. And now they're also going to be launching on Nintendo as well. They've got a game literally coming out on Nintendo. So PlayStation doesn't really have any exclusives either. I've said this multiple times. This is not going to turn into a console war. The console wars have been over for a while. They pretty much ended during last gen. What it's turning into is not a console war, but it's actually turning into a service war. And the reason why I say this is because look at this. Both companies want MAUs. They want monthly active users on their stuff. Right now, Xbox is in the lead. Plus, they're just ahead of the curve. Like, I'd rather play Xbox Cloud than PlayStation's Cloud, because PlayStation's Cloud is shit. Work, it's janky, it's a whole mess. But, and see, that's the thing. Saying that PlayStation has exclusives when they don't, doesn't work in your favor. Xbox hasn't had exclusives in generations. PlayStation does. They're losing their exclusives on a daily basis. And if you're a PS fanboy sitting here trying to dog on Xbox for giving a game to PlayStation, giving a pat on the back, because we already know that it's Xbox games that they're making money off of. If we remember right, during the FTC trial, it came out that one of the things that PlayStation was afraid of losing, if Call of Duty were to become exclusive to Xbox, they were worried about losing the microtransactions, the in-game content, the battle passes, the skins, all that shit. They would have lost out on that. And that's why they were so scared. Telling you that most of the money that Sony makes is off microtransactions from other third-party games. They don't make money from their head studios. And see, that is why they're starting to launch their games multi-plat. The console market has hit its cap. It's not going any higher. People have acknowledged this. People see this. But there's some people who still live in the past who can't seem to figure that out. See, Xbox right now is in the lead when it comes to this service war due to the fact that they started the whole thing in the first place. Not to mention, Game Pass is sitting how many years older than whatever PlayStation has? Its only competitor really is in the PC market. And that's it. PC is the only place that's got a competitor. Because the PlayStation now sucks. You ask the average person, they'll tell you the thing sucks. And then even worse yet, they don't have a service on PC. Oh, they don't do that. Yeah, they started launching their games on PC, but they don't have a service on PC. So, but they do allow trophies, and they do. And then now for every PlayStation game, you got to sign into PSN, which then screws over half the PC market, and the PC market's already letting PlayStation have it. Because what they don't realize is if PC doesn't do the PC market right, PC gamers are going to tell you how they feel. They're not going to let you walk all over them. And a company like Sony hasn't figured that out yet. They will eventually, because they'll be forced into figuring it out. But literally cutting out over half the countries in the world, like over a third of the world, like that's not exactly going to help your business model. You're going to take a massive fucking hit because of it. So an Xbox game is going to be in multiple locations while your game is literally only in a few, which means already Xbox worldwide is actually sitting at more players playing their games over Sony as well. Not to mention people in the UK, most of them don't even play PlayStation anymore. They require way too much for a PSN. That's why PC is killing it over there. But when PlayStation thought to require PSN, not realizing that the people in the UK have to go through an extra step just to sign up for PSN. They have to both have their photo ID and a picture of themselves to sign up for PSN. I don't know about you, but that's a little asinine. Sorry, I'm not going to go through all that just for fucking for any service, really. If Xbox all of a sudden required it, I would leave Xbox. Like, I wouldn't even touch another Xbox again. But Xbox isn't that stupid. There's definitely a difference between a multi-trillion-dollar company and a multi-billion-dollar company. Then we also got people like Dreamcast guy being a fucking moron, thinking that Xbox is dead. Dude, Xbox ain't dead. Not even close. They're making a fucking shit ton of money right now just off of Call of Duty alone. And I think I saw, I was looking at a thing here. And with Call of Duty alone, they make over $21 million a year. Or no, $21 billion a year. So they're already making a fuck ton of money. And that's just Call of Duty. That's not including all the other games that came in with Activision Blizzard, and not to mention the games that they still own already prior to that. So meaning you look at Minecraft. Minecraft makes a fucking shitload of money as well. You look at a lot of these games that make Microsoft a lot of money, and they're all Xbox titles. Xbox owns exclusivities they own these games. The only reason why they're launching these games onto multiple platforms is to make more money. I don't see why people have a problem with this. It's a fucking company. It's a corporation. They got to make their money somewhere. And when consoles have hit a stagnant level, both Xbox and PlayStation actually have admitted to this, that consoles aren't getting any higher, meaning that these console companies aren't making any more money than they were before, because the market's stagnating. That's why they have to start making their games on other platforms to combat the fact that their consoles just aren't selling. We're in a different age, okay? And people need to stop living like they were still in the fucking 90s, in the early 2000s. That time is gone. It's good and gone. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, stay frosty.